This photo says it all for me. It speaks volumes. These boys have climbed their own mountain, achieved something they never would have thought possible. The metaphor is really powerful. Lori and I established the Ayalik Fund because we believe in the self-developmental value of group experiences for young people, especially outdoor activities like canoeing and camping and hiking that challenge youth and forge connections to the land. The sort of outdoor experience that was a big part of our life as a family. 8 years ago, we lost our son. This is him. His English name is Eric. His Inuit name is Ayalik. In this photo, he's just finished a day of whitewater kayaking on one of the world's top runs, the Slave River in the NWT. We adopted him as a youngster when we were living in Cambridge Bay in Nunavut. And right from the beginning, we spent a lot of time with Eric out on the land. His experience growing up was in some ways ultimately similar to many other Canadian boys. But life also presented many challenges to Ayalik as a result of his history, his people's history. He faced these challenges. He worked very hard, hugely helped by various outdoor programs, by our own Barren Lands canoe trips, international travel with different youth groups, and other activities which helped to develop his self-confidence and self-esteem. He became a fine young man. Then suddenly, at age 19 and a half, in his sleep at home, his heart failed without warning, and he died. Our lives were and are shattered by this. I tell you this backstory not to elicit sympathy, but so you understand the principles which underlie the Ayalik program. We determined very quickly that we wanted to do something in Ayalik's name to help other Inuit youth, in part to give his short life added meaning, but by providing others with the opportunities that he had enjoyed. Also because the need is so enormous. The Ayalik Fund works with community coordinators in Nunavut who identify young people who will benefit from such a boost, but who would otherwise not have access to such a program. That's the key. It must be said that there are essentially no programs like this available to youth in the remote corners of the North, and the vast majority of families do not have the resources or even the reach to imagine sending their kids down south to camp or a canoe trip. The community, in our case, the communities all across Nunavut, recruits the appropriate kids. In many cases, those who are skating close to the edge and need help to find their way back onto the path for success. We are not targeting the all-stars. There is no competitive application process. The foundation provides 100% of the funding required for their participation. So we deeply appreciate all the support we can get. Let me share with you some of the success to date. In our first year, within months of establishing the foundation in 2015, we had raised enough support to send these two youngsters from Cambridge Bay, our son's hometown, to send Shania and Ian on an outward bound expedition in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Neither one had ever been down south before. Both were kids facing challenges at home who would not otherwise have had an opportunity like this. After this trip, Ian sent us a note. So year one, 2 youth, we already felt good about our little project, but it grew. In the ensuing years, about 160 youth have been sponsored to participate in, for them, the adventure of a lifetime. They have canoed in Algonquin Park and in Temagami. They've sailed on a tall ship, sea kayaked off Vancouver Island, attended a girls' winter camp outside Yellowknife, done more backpacking in the Rockies, canoed the big whitewater of some northern rivers, and so on. As always in the programs that we select for kids, becoming part of a group is vital. Making new friends, realizing that even though you are from a tiny community in the far north, you are also a citizen of the world, that you belong. One of them, Erica, wrote to us after her trip, which included the joys of portaging, to say, "I found love and peace on this trip. On my solo night, I learned that there are good days and bad days, and you just have to look up and be a prouder person than who you were yesterday." Another, Ethan, said after his voyage on the tall ship, "After this trip, I feel motivated. I realize if you want something in life, you have to work for it. I couldn't be more thankful to the Ayalik Fund for taking me here, to places not a lot of people are able to go. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I feel more confident that I can go to different places now." After paddling down the Keel River in the NWT, Sherry Ivitaligak wrote to say, "This trip has helped me figure out how to make new friends and who I truly am, and has made me a stronger person. I'm going to finish school and try to contribute to my community and help kids have a better future." After his backpacking trek in the Rockies in 2017, Ikiluak Avalak wrote, "I changed my life around. I'm proud of myself. Outward Bound helped a lot. The experience changed me. Thanks so much to Ayalik Fund." You should watch for Iki in the video that's coming up at the end. I could go on with the kids' quotes. We have dozens and dozens of them. I need to tell you that just before he died, our son expressed a desire to help other Inuit youth who had not been so lucky as he had. His legacy has certainly done that for him. He understood. These are the faces of just some of the kids that have already benefited. And we know there will be many more. Here's a few of last summer's participants. For us, it is a measure of the good things happening because Ayalik was here on Earth. But for sure, now this program has grown way beyond being a memorial to our son. We know it is changing lives, one youth at a time. Remarkably, we had 40 youth on expeditions in the summer of 2022. Compare that with our first year in 2015. And for sure, there's many more to come in the summers ahead. None of this would be possible without the support of so many donors. I'd like you to know that every dollar donated to the Ayalik Fund is used to support a youth participant in one of these programs that I've been describing. We are structured so that all of the administrative costs are funded otherwise. I should mention that as a registered charity, all donors receive a tax receipt. All this has the potential to change lives. We know this because such experiences changed our son's life for the better. We would like to do even more, of course, and that's where growing more support can help. For sure, Ayalik would be smiling. We're going to close the presentation with a short video, just 2 minutes long, which focuses on the impact that Ayalik is having on the youth of Nunavut. Thank you very much.
The Ayalik Fund, established in 2015, has already sent nearly 100 Inuit youth on challenging outdoor adventures, climbing mountains, paddling wild rivers, and sailing the open ocean. Opportunities like this give youth a chance to grow and achieve their potential.
Growing up in a small town is really hard to get open and out there. At my age, most kids are out doing drugs, alcohol, getting pregnant, and everybody expected that from me.
In 2017, my first Ayalik trip for 10 days, I built confidence in myself of staying in the wilderness on my own, to see the world, see new things, and develop new skills. It brought a lot of happiness and joy to my life. Without that, I probably would have had my mind set on other things.
It's the best thing I ever did because it's a next step in life. As you age, it's like you're leveling up in life. As you level up, you grow up. Be you and be successful in your own way. I take after hockey because my dad played. I love to do adventurous things and explore, and this program is giving me an opportunity to make the step like he did.
Stay out of trouble, finish school, and find something that's useful in life. One of my dreams is to become an Olympic champion, first ever Inuk.
You only got like one life, live it up. You're your own person, you know the truth about yourself.
These youth are the future of Nunavut. Let's help make it brighter.
I feel lighter, like, you know it's gonna be okay, you know, it's just life. Life goes on.